I'm at peace knowing that they're not getting indoctrinated with something that I don't know, I'm not in line with.
That it's completely Catholic. You know, the moral foundation is so strong for them that they concentrate more on character. And this is Dominic's third year, and we can see the growth in him. When he comes home on vacation, he teaches us.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful to see that he's such a good example to his brothers and to all of us. He brings home the games that they play there, and they're very lively, and it's just to see him grow. He was not doing well at home, and
I was going to say the school picked up where we left off, but it goes beyond that because he comes home and now starts telling us and teaching us about the saints and whatnot.
What are some of the things that, when he comes home, what are some of the things that he's brought with him?
Well, he talks about all the things they do. Everything at the academy is clean. It's that's another thing. When I first went there, the way the other students, they greeted us and everything. I'm like, this is different than everywhere else. But he talks about the games and how in the rules, and just the way he himself acts now when he comes home is beautiful. Yeah.
he carries himself more dignified. His manners at table are very good. He reminds us that we need to pray. He prays like a man. He's a good example to his younger brothers. He stands straight, and he's serious about what he's doing.
We try and let him lead because he has a schedule at school that they do every single day, and I'm like, well, we'll do what you do at school so that the other boys can start acting like you.
Do you think the fact that the school doesn't have a lot of tech is a positive thing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
We didn't do a lot of tech at home, but the amount that we did, we can see the harm that it causes. And for him to be away from that has really been beneficial because they have a natural attraction to that. And just cutting it out completely, I think that's the solution.
We're just trying to implement it home. I said we're going to get a basket where we're going to put our phones in, and that's where they're going to stay while we're at home, so that we're interacting with one another. And there's tech is bad in so many ways. So yes, absolutely.
What are the traits that the Academy provides that other schools may not provide?
I think being an all-boys school is number one. First of all, it's Catholic. And it's not just Catholic in name, it's Catholic in practice. So that's different because we've seen other places that they say they're Catholic, but they're allowed to use foul language, etc., and that's not tolerated at all. The boys are not allowed to talk about TV shows and things like that. They're not allowed to have vulgar conversation. Purity is really upheld, purity as the virtue, and it's spoken about. It's not just an unspoken thing. It's defined, and I think that's very different because I don't hear in other places that they speak about purity as a manly virtue. That's so very beautiful and very evident in the behavior. It transposes into the way they behave. It really comes through.
And they're taught how to take action. Everyone knows there's a lot of issues that need to be taken care of, but the boys are taught how to take action to do that. And of course the no tech is a huge positive.
I think there's also a charitable component to it where the boys are taught to treat each other with charity.
Yeah, if you could speak a little bit to the point of there's discipline, but there's also kindness, right? So it's not necessarily a drill instructor, but there's, when it's time to correct, the corrections given, but there's kind of a balance. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
As far as, go ahead, I'm sorry.
That shows in the way they interact with one another, because they treat each other with respect, which you don't see anywhere else. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I haven't experienced any disciplinary issues with any of the teachers. Like, they haven't had to discipline, so to say. But I think the example that the teachers set and the headmaster, our son admires the teachers so much. He only speaks well of them. And if anybody says anything that's a little bit negative, he defends them. And it's not, you can see it's not biased, but it's in charity where he recognizes that they're trying as hard as they can. It's really beautiful to see. He really admires, especially Mr. Ted, the headmaster.
What does your son enjoy most about being at the academy?
Being good, being surrounded by people who have the same ideals.
I was talking to another father who came to the summer camp. And from the summer camp, they were going to check out another school. And they left the summer camp, they drove to the other school. He was going to drop them off at the school and then come back and get them several days later. Before he got to the airport, his son called and said, "Daddy, you gotta come get us. They're gonna undo everything we've done this whole past week at the academy." And so he went back and picked them up, and they're here now.
I know there's part of the academy formation includes taking a stand, so the boys will go to the March for Life, or they'll do some pro-life work, some campaigns. Does your son enjoy that type of public campaign?
I know he does. I know he does because he was excited to tell me about going on campaign. He asked permission to go. And in fact, he was home with us, and he asked to go. And I said, "But this is our time together." And he's like, "No, I want to go on a campaign." And I've seen him on campaign. I know he likes it. Yeah.
He definitely wants to uphold his faith. And the more controversy, the better for him. He really wants to, have that opportunity to stand up for his faith. I think it only strengthens their conviction when they're able to.
And it's nice for us.
Do it in a public way.
Nice for us to watch him do that.
In what ways have you seen the academy shape the character of your boy?
The first time he came home, I told my wife, I said, "Wow, he's like a different person." He like completely grew up in that short period of time. It was a huge change for the positive.
Mm-hmm. I think his priorities changed. He's definitely more serious, more respectful, more obedient, more orderly. Just an overall attitude change where he's less worldly. His priorities are definitely more ordered.
Less patient with my other two sons who aren't in academy because they're not up to that level yet. So he lays down the law when he comes home.
Was there a specific moment that confirmed that you had made the right choice to send them to the academy?
No, I was hesitant in the beginning because I believe in keeping the family unit tight together. I like my flock real close, so I was hesitant. in the beginning, but I lost all that after that first time he came home. I knew we made the right choice.
Yeah, we're happy to see him there because, well, he's much happier. He's beaming, he's joyful. He calls often, telling me the things that are going on and the activities, and it's usually short and sweet, but he calls often and just to check in, and very respectful. I just can't say enough how that has really changed, his respect. And it seems that he understands now why respect is important, the reason why he needs to respect his parents, and he has a different appreciation for what we've tried to do for him.
Yeah, a very strong conviction too. He doesn't sway. Like I said, with his brothers, he's so strong now about anything they might do or say wrong. He does not sway. Yeah, it's nice.
So if there were parents that were interested in the academy but not sure if they should take the next step to visit or see if it's a good fit for their son, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to go to the summer camp like I did and stay there and see what it's like. After going to the summer camp, I was much more comfortable about making my decision to let him come to school here, and talk to other students' parents.
I would say try it because you're not going to regret it. You won't regret it. It's the best place in the world for boys. It's the best place in the world. I would never send, being home, he was homeschooled, so I would never would even think about sending him to a regular school. This was the only place in the world that I considered. And I don't miss him. People ask me, do you miss him? You know, he's gone for so long, and you only get to see him, you know, for the breaks. And the benefit that he gets and what we get supersedes any of that. You know, I'm just so happy that he's here.
I miss him for selfish reasons because I want to see him. But as far as the benefit, but he also calls very often, so it's nice.
I don't know much about the tuition side of things, but have you found it to be reasonably priced to send them?
I think it's underpriced. I've talked to other moms. Well, since we homeschooled, we weren't experienced in tuition, but I've heard from other moms that comparatively, it's even more affordable than a regular parochial day school.
I think it's very reasonable. So I wouldn't go for free to one of the other schools.
Right? They couldn't pay us to send them.
Yeah, it's extremely reasonable for what they're getting.
Are there any other comments that come to mind?
I don't think there's any other school on the whole earth. If you're Catholic, that's going to work like the academy.
I'm very grateful. Very grateful. It's an answer to our prayers. Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping the other two boys are going to be able to get in.